All right, you ready? All right, good people. Guess what? We are here with Elissa Steamer, the one and only. If you don't know her, then you've probably been living under a rock. I don't know what to tell you.
Elissa Steamer is a superstar.
I wanted to get this shit rolling because we were just talking about those little clips you've been doing. They're really funny for NAR hunters.
Yeah.
First of all, you said, people are borrowing your access to your Surfline, correct?
Yeah, yeah.
And then I said, what's Surfline?
Yeah.
So go from there.
Oh yeah, Surfline is the like an app to look at the waves. Like it tells you like the conditions and everything of like multiple spots around the world. Basically everywhere in the world that's a surf spot has a camera at it that you can look at your phone and see how the conditions are.
Killer. I wish I was in Norway.
Yeah, yeah. And like, yeah, so Chico and Toad and whoever else has mine, but they limit you and then they kick you off after you've like reached your limit. So then I can't log in. So then I have to change the password. And then everybody hits me up like, what's the new password?
Dude, why'd you change the password?
Yeah, totally.
So that led us to like, it'd be funny to do a skate thing around that same kind of idea, but you already do that.
Well, I did, for the Nat Russell towel commercial, I made like a, let me check the waves, park line, and just Photoshop on Surfline.
Yeah, it's really funny. Yeah. But you've done some stuff where you show up at the park. I think there's one with Rob Welsh, right? Yeah. But I know you guys kind of pull up in the lot and you're like, I don't know.
Oh yeah, and Burnett's like stretching.
Yeah. It's super funny. And then is Burnett snaking you guys?
Yeah, he's the worst dude ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like snaking us, like mad dogging us.
Yeah, it's super funny.
Trying to kick us out.
So now whenever I go to the skate park and I do something, I'm always like, because when I grew up skating, we weren't surfers, I don't know how to swim.
Me neither.
And we thought surfers were kooks. They were like jocks in the water. So
they still are.
So we make fun of them, and all the language wrapped around it. Like,
yeah.
It was just funny, like Grimmy Hodads and just like the old school stuff.
Grimmy Hodad?
Yeah, like just really archaic probably, terminologies are really funny.
Totally. That's what I've just tried to do is like make fun of surfing through skating.
Even though, surfing's a big part of your life now.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. How long's that been?
About 10 years. Yeah.
And how did you first get into it?
I don't know. I think
So you didn't surf in Florida?
No.
Okay.
No, I just I don't know. I think I quit drinking and made a new group of friends and they surfed, so I just learned how to surf.
Did you learn just straight from ground up? Like, okay, I'm just gonna go for it? Or
yeah.
Had you had any experience?
I had no experience whatsoever. I'd never put on a wetsuit or anything. And I just had a friend named Lucas and he's like, we were driving one day and he's like, do you ever surf? And I was like, no. He's like, pfft. And then we just went to the surf shop and got a wetsuit and...
That sounds frightening to me.
Borrowed a board and put it on and paddled out. Here? Yeah.
Ocean Beach?
Yeah.
That's your first experience?
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy because I heard it's so gnarly.
Yeah, it's not, it's heavy.
It seems
But it wasn't that day. It must not have been.
Okay.
Because, I made it out and was kind of didn't really know how to sit on the board or anything. But, I had a good experience, enough to go again,
Right, so you didn't get the shit beat out of you to discourage you, immediately?
No.
That's cool.
But that has happened several times after.
Yeah, of course. It's like skateboarding, right? Unless you get obsessed with it, you're like, dude, this is hard. This hurts.
Yeah.
But see, the thing for me is the swimming aspect, getting over the fear of it. And because the fucking ocean is gnarly. It's so powerful. Because I've so many friends are like, dude, you should try surfing. I'm like,
well, you don't know how to swim?
I can't even swim. No.
You gotta learn how to swim.
I know that. Let me get my list out, of things I need to do.
Max told me that you need to go to yoga too.
Yeah, my back's killing me. Anyway, but that's the thing that I would think would be difficult to get over. Like if you,
The ocean.
but yeah, the ocean itself.
Just like everything about it.
Yeah, it's just gnarly. It's powerful.
Yeah, it takes some getting used to for sure. And it takes courage and, you know, a lot of times you do get your ass handed to you and you'll like be paddling out and it'll be out here, it'll be like a 4-foot day and you'll be like, it looks so good. And you like might not make it to the lineup.
Just because.
You'll just get denied because it's like whomping so hard or like you just like can't get past the inside, you know?
No, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's why, I mean, it's funny.
It hasn't happened to me in a while, but now it will that I just talked about it. So.
Of course. But it's funny, like I was saying, the terminology is like the inside, you know, and I'm like, no.
No, don't know what you're talking about.
Just like.
Just like, you know, the wave breaks and you got to get through all the waves keep coming. It doesn't stop, you know? So then there's all this white water.
There's not like a red light, green light, like a stop sign out there?
So there's all this white water coming and you have to like get through that and under it. And it's like hard with a big floaty thing.
That's trying to keep you afloat.
Yeah, to get like past it. And it's very powerful. And sometimes the current's moving that way, sometimes moving that way, sometimes moving that way. You know, so...
It's
just like the whole thing.
Yeah, right there. That's why I couldn't do it ever.
Yeah.
Frightened.
Yeah.
And you got to be really strong. I mean, that's why everyone who surfs, you get really fit. And you get strong
it takes a minute to like build the muscles up for sure.
Yeah.
Like if I take a friend who skates surfing, you think like, oh, they're like an athlete or, you know, they exercise daily, they'll be fine. Like seriously, like after 5 minutes, they're like, I'm done.
Yeah.
Not even 5 minutes, 2 minutes.
Yeah.
I just tell people when they ask me like, can I go surfing with you or whatever, I just ask them like, do you know how to swim? And if they say yeah, I'm like, are you a strong swimmer? Yeah. Okay, well, the board does what the water does, so watch your face. That's what I tell them. Yeah.
So have you gotten hurt more surfing or skating?
Skating.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Going surfing, you might get hurt.
Sure.
Going skating, you're going to get hurt.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
Yeah. No shark skating either.
No, tigers though.
Okay, so you're surfing, and did you have an epiphany with the towel thing? Like, how did that come to be?
Oh, yeah, I did.
Okay.
Well, because I was doing Nar Hunters, and I was just, like, spray painting stencils on my boards and my friends' boards. And I wanted to, like, sponsor people, you know? At first, I was like, I'm just going to make cool stuff, and, like, it won't have to have a team or anything. But then I was like, I want to sponsor rad people. And so I was like, well, I can't sponsor them through a clothing company, you know, because everybody has like, you know, clothing deals that actually pay them money. And so I wanted to make towels, but to make towels, you had to make so many towels and overseas. So I didn't like have a demand for 1,000 towels, you know?
Yeah.
So I found somewhere where you could get like 50 towels made in the US. And I was like, oh, this is cool. And so I was like, one night I was like, seriously, it was like laying in bed and I was just like, I'm going to start a towel brand. And like the next day I like trademarked it and like got that moving on the trademark. And I like hit up Andrew. I was like, you're going to be the first team rider. He's like, yeah, for sure. Blah, blah, blah. And then boom.
What was the first piece of art on the towel?
Was a shopping cart with the Nar Hunters logo and it says begging to be rad.
That's so good.
Yeah.
That's so rad. When did you start implementing like the artist series and shit?
After about a year. I'd made a couple towels. I made one with like a snorkel and a mask on it. And then I was just hanging out with my friends one time and they're like, we were talking about like sick artists or something, or maybe Mad Circle Graphics, and Barry came up and I was like, I'll surf with him. I'm going to hit him up.
And that's how it started?
Yeah.
So, okay, so let me rewind really quick. So you got the towel thing going. How did you sell them? Like, where do you sell towels?
At surf shops and online.
Oh, all right.
And skate shops too. You know, some skate shops are close to the beach. And
okay. Well, so did you just like try to figure out like, okay, I'm just gonna cold call these people and say, hey, I do this thing?
Never.
Or
I don't have the nerve for that.
Yeah.
I just, I don't know. I think just like through marketing, like word of mouth and email.
Social media.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, because if you like do a towel with a sick artist on it, then people are going to want to get it and they're going to find out
Right.
how to get it.
Right. That's true. And do you ship everything too yourself? Like, do you pack boxes and ship
You
everything?
just saw me down there.
I know. I'm just, you know.
I do everything. Yeah. Everything.
Yeah. Super DIY.
The most DIY.
Yeah.
I'm like such a freak. I can't even like have a helper.
Oh, why? Because are you like a control weirdo?
No, I'm not a control weirdo. It's just like, I just think like I could have somebody else do this, but like they're going to want something, compensation, and I can just do it myself.
Yes. Compensation, AKA money.
Yeah. Yeah, but I just feel like I can do it.
Yeah.
It just takes the time, you know, but it's getting to the point to where.
Can you get an intern or something?
I had an intern for a while, but like I didn't have enough for him to do, so it was kind of pointless.
Gotcha.
But I have enough for him to do now. Maybe I should hit him up.
Yeah, right. Now he's like on to bigger and better.
Yeah, he's over it probably. He's like, I already worked for you for free long enough.
So it's growing, that you mean? So it's like...
Yeah.
So how many towels are you ordering now?
200.
Nice.
Yeah.
So the towel thing, you had the epiphany, you fucking starting your empire, your towel empire.
The empire.
Yes, the big takeover.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I could see it coming.
Thanks.
Let me ask you this: what if you got to a certain point, and like places like Walmart wanted to carry it?
Yeah.
What would you do?
I'd sell it to him.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Of course.
For sure.
Yeah. We need 10,000 units. You're like,
I got you.
fucking.
Give me 2 months.
Yeah.
Gonna need the money up front.
Yeah.
At least half of it.
Exactly. Yeah. Can you give me half so I can actually produce the shit?
Yeah.
No, that's fuck yeah. I mean, you know, because after professional skateboarding, you're a professional, but you're also not a professional. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right? I mean,
I don't know.
Are you still?
I mean, my name's on the board.
Yeah. My name is on board too. And
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah, I guess so. Well, I don't know. I mean, I'm actually like out filming a video part right now.
I don't mean that in a derogative way.
No, that's fine.
I mean like because like you had that you killed it like you killed it.
Well, thank you.
I mean, you know, and comes a time when you're old and you can't kill it.
Yeah. I still try to kill it, but I'm probably not killing it. In my mind, I'm killing it.
You're still ripping, but I just mean like in the sense of like, you know how it used to be an actual pro skateboarder who would go on tour and go fucking do demos all the time.
I just got back from a tour yesterday.
Go to all the contests and do all that stuff.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing the contest or anything.
You're not doing the contest, right?
Yeah.
But you're doing demos and videos.
I'm not relying on skateboarding as my bread and butter.
There you go. So after you have the most probably I think easiest and most incredible experience of your life, right? Like skateboarding, and you do it for a living. It's like what?
Yeah.
But it's also extremely difficult because it fucking hurts.
So bad.
And it fucks you up.
Yeah, my knee hurts right now.
Yeah, I got knee braces on 24/7 just to not hurt all the time.
Really?
I wake up and I put them on. Yes.
Wow.
So anyway, you know, fucking life is. You're like, what do I do now, right?
Yeah.
So what did you do when that time came? Because you had a bit of that downtime before you got back on Baker, right?
Yeah, on Baker.
You're on
For the first time. Because I never rode for Baker.
Oh.
Before. I rode for Bootleg.
Sorry.
I mean, it was going to be like Baker and Bootleg, but then
right. But then you had.
I had like 6 years where.
Right.
Not only did I not really skate that much, but yeah, I didn't have a board or shoe sponsor or anything.
So what were you doing in those 6 years?
Blowing through my savings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that?
And just kind of like learning how to surf, blowing through my savings, starting a brand, starting Nar Hunters, just trying to figure it out, I think. And then I started skating again, just like a year ago, like all the time. And like all these great things are happening because I started skating again, which is cool.
Like initially, when you were skating.
Yeah.
On all those.
Yeah. I honestly like, I didn't go to college. I barely graduated high school. I don't even actually know if I did.
Yeah.
But I had no vocational skills. You know what I mean? I was like working at pizza places and skating all the time, you know, and all these great things happened because all I did was skate. I didn't know what I was going to do. I had no clue. I was like 18. I moved away from Florida. I came to California because I was sponsored by Toy Machine, and like I was going to film a video part, and that was all I knew.
Yeah.
And all these great things happened.
Because of your dedication, though.
Yeah, totally. I mean, yeah. But like I had nothing going for me. I mean, I was actually like a thief and stuff like that. Like I had nothing going for me other than skateboarding, you know?
Professional skateboarder, thief, towel, magnate.
Yeah.
I like it.
Among
I like
many,
your resume is deep.
It's pretty good, yeah.
So that's my point is like you have that time in your life and you're like, what the fuck am I going to do? And with skateboarding, they're like, you're not getting a job.
No.
Right? I mean, did you send out resumes?
No, yeah.
Companies?
What's your resume?
I don't know.
No, all you can get is like a minimum wage sort of job.
Yeah.
Or go back to school, get a career, or fall into the right thing, you know what I mean? A lot of people fall into stuff, but I wasn't on that track. You know, and I had too much I don't know. I was like, I can't get a job, you know what I mean?
Too much skateboarder in you?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
That's why you're a skater. It's like, fuck that.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the thing that what I'm getting to is like when you fucking you're like, what am I gonna do now? And you have this spirit, like the skater spirit, and a lot of skaters are entrepreneurial and hustlers. Yeah. Just like fucking trying to make a way outside of the norms of the world, right? Outside of the parameters that most of us are all boxed in. We're like fucking trying to get out.
Yeah.
So you came up with something.
Yeah.
The Gnar Hunters.
Yeah.
And out of necessity, because I understand like out of necessity to do something, right?
Yeah.
Because you have to do something.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. Yeah, I had all this energy that I wasn't using.
Yeah.
Skating or thinking of because basically when you're a pro skater, you're just like plotting. Like you're a marketer, basically, right? Yes. You're like plotting, like, who am I going to shoot this with? How am I going to do this? I got to do this project, you know? So I wasn't like plotting on what to do. I was just like, I'm going to go surfing. And I would surf and then I'd be like, what am I going to do now?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I do know. Totally.
But yeah, I just had all this energy, and I guess it was kind of creative energy to make things, you know, because I mean, I think we're not supposed to, but I think we feel best when we're creating things. Right?
Yes.
As humans.
Completely.
If you just sit there and never contribute anything to the world, it's not really going to be that rad of an existence.
No.
You know, so yeah, so I just like to be thinking of things, you know, and I was always had a sense of humor, you know, and so I would think of things and I'd be like, oh, I'm going to put that into existence and make that, you know?
Yeah. That step is so important that so many people miss, is that you have the idea, but to execute it is a whole different deal.
Yeah.
And bring it into being.
Yeah.
And so that takes a special kind of person to do that. Like we could all sit around and talk shit and go, I have this idea for this and that.
Yeah.
But to execute it and bring it into being that's another person. It's a different personality to do that.
Yeah.
So for you to go into the towel thing, the idea of you needed to be creative because you're extremely creative on your skateboard. I mean, skateboarding is extremely creative.
Yeah. Even though I never thought of myself as a creative skateboarder, you know, I just thought oh, there's these stock tricks and I do them, you know, switch front board that, you know, or whatever. I kickflip this, you know, I never thought oh, I kickflip this and then I slappy this, you know, I was just felt like I was pretty of a stock skater. So I don't know where
But skateboarding within itself is creative.
Yeah.
I mean, you're redefining all that shit around you because a rail, I'm gonna walk up the rail and use it to get up the stairs.
It's not made for that.
No.
Yeah.
Just being creative on a skateboard pushes that and necessitates being creative elsewhere.
Yeah.
And doing the thing that you're doing now is just so rad because it's removed from what a lot of other people are doing.
Yeah.
You know, which is neat. You found
Yeah.
a cool thing.
Yeah. My own little zone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm happy about that.
Yeah, it's
It's
huge.
not just like regurgitating everybody else's stuff. Yeah.
Exactly.
Even though eventually I'm sure it will be, but.
Well, I mean, there's going to be people who are, you know, who are inspired
Yeah.
by what you're doing.
Totally.
We'll just say.
Yeah.
You know.
I hope so.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's interesting because when I first kind of got hip to what you're doing, I'm like, what? You're making towels?
Yeah.
You know, and then I don't know if I realized like what, you know, that you were such a heavy surfer that you were so into it.
Yeah.
And so I was just like, what? I don't get it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And then I got it. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
You've been hustling. I mean, you've been hustling.
I have been hustling.
Yeah. And that was my point, going back to like after being a fucking pro skater, you're like, that's your identity. I mean,
Yeah.
and your job.
Right.
And so when you don't have that,
Yeah, what do you do?
I mean, was that the era that you were partying pretty hard?
No, I was sober.
That was when you were sober.
Yeah. No, I was like, I started surfing in 2010. I got sober in 2007. Well, maybe I started surfing in 2008. Yeah. I moved out to the beach in 2010. But no, I was just sober. I mean, not partying.
Yeah. But hustling, I would.
Yeah.
I mean,
for a while I didn't do anything except surf.
well,
Yeah.
you didn't do anything but skate too.
Yeah.
But you're actually doing something really rad.
Yeah.
So.
Thank you.
I mean, to diminish the, you know, for people when they try to diminish it to something so simple or something
Yeah.
that's benign, you're like, fucking pointless. You don't even get it.
It's been a lot of learning. Yeah.
And then you're doing something.
Yeah.
If you're not learning and you're not doing anything.
Yeah. Living, learning, growing.
Yeah.
Boom.
And all they're laughing too, right?
Yeah.
When I stopped being a professional skateboarder, like this was during the time when it wasn't like you could have a board still and just whenever. Like you can now, you can always have a board and
Yeah.
people are stoked and there's certain people that appreciate what you've done
Yeah.
and it's rad. And companies, I always believe like you gotta have your key people, man. Like you could have a board forever, I don't care.
Yeah.
Like that's the way I kind of see it.
Yeah.
But when you don't have that and you don't have that, like you lose a sense of identity and you're just like, what the fuck? And I mean, you know, the partying thing.
Yeah.
Like,
you know, once you're 18 or, you know, some people even younger. I mean, I notice
Yeah.
like a lot of skaters come from like, I mean, there's no perfect family, right? But a lot of the skaters I know come from a lot less than perfect families,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, you're kind of just like a little twisted in the first place, you know? Like
Yeah.
I mean, think of what it takes to like beat yourself that bad, you know?
Yeah.
Like I used to slam on stairs and people would be like, "You okay?" And I just like get up and I'd be like, "Yeah, that's like nothing compared to the emotional pain I feel," you know? Skating, like a trick takes 3 seconds, you know?
Yeah.
And you do maybe 10 a day and you might skate, hi Randy, you might skate 4 times a week or something, you know what I mean? So how long do you really get?
Yeah, the respite from the gears just going.
Yeah. And so
Yeah.
I think like with that, you know, searching for that freedom all the time comes the freedom to just party your face off, I guess. You know, get that real freedom from thought, you know?
Yeah, that's what I think a lot of it is. I definitely agree with like the kind of the broken home,
Yeah.
you know, deal is that we do all come from a lot of fucked up places and shit. And so half the time you're trying to forget it. And that's one thing about skating. Exactly as you said,
Yeah.
it's not there, which is the you know, a bit of, you know, alleviating some of that anxiety
and
all
I've
that.
been like, I mean, we've always known that like skateboarding saves lives.
Yeah.
That's amazing, right?
Yeah.
I was just thinking about that the other day. It's like, I was like gonna get involved with like, I don't know, some like African thing, and I was like, what about the kids in the U.S., man? They're like Dustin too, you know, like give them skateboards.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like, I mean, it's funny to think like there's some, you know, kid who's like on this track to like robbing and stealing and selling drugs or whatever, and then they come across a skateboard, and the next thing you know, they're like traveling the world, you know, amping people up, skating, partying their face off probably, and like, you know, living a different life and like not being harmful or whatever.
Yeah. Skateboarding's definitely fucking saved my life.
Mine too.
That's for sure.
I told you I was a thief before I came to California.
That's right. You came to California, you're like, shit, wanted, like signs, posters. Yeah. A lot of skaters are like fucking feral humans, you know, and if they didn't have skating, you'd just be like, it'd be kind of crazy.
Yeah. So are they feral before skateboarding, or does skateboarding make them feral?
That's the chicken or the egg.
Yeah. Probably feral first.
I think feral first.
Yeah.
For sure.
I mean, because I think back, and I was definitely feral first.
I do think that there's a different type of human that skateboarding finds, and like you said, the desire to throw yourself into the fucking pavement over and over and over and over.
Yeah.
That's not for everyone.
It's definitely not.
You know, like when a person gets on a board and they slam once, and it's like, all right, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm done with that.
Yeah.
So it just breeds a special individual, which in turn leads to like why you can't go get a job somewhere, because I'd be fired in like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
No matter what it was.
Yeah.
Like flipping a burger, they'd be like, oh, you gotta, like, fuck you.
Yeah.
I'd be out of there immediately.
Yeah.
There's fucking
I've
no
had
way.
plenty of jobs in my life though before I left Florida.
Like what?
Oh man. Well, my first job, my mom got me a lawnmower for like my 10th birthday.
That's awesome. Oh.
So that was my job. Was like
shit,
walking
so
around
good.
knocking on the door like, can I mow your lawn? You know.
With your lawnmower, like pull up.
Make like $10. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you've been hustling for a while.
Yeah, and I worked at Domino's Pizza. I worked at Pizza Hut. I worked at Papa John's Pizza. I worked at
So you ate a lot of fucking pizza.
Yeah. I worked at a bookstore for like 3 years. I worked at a bookstore.
That seems like that would be pretty cool.
It was cool. It was a good job.
Yeah.
Nice, clean. It was good. It was in the mall too. It was fun. Telemarketing. I did telemarketing.
Wow.
Yeah.
For what? What was the product?
Weekend subscriptions to the Fort Myers News Press. I didn't make it past my 3-month trial period though. But I was starting to like do good at it. I was getting good at it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You had a good spiel?
Yeah. But at the starting, I wasn't good at it. You know, like the first 2 months I wasn't, but the last month I started like really cranking them out, but it wasn't enough to like meet the quota, for the, yeah.
Did you have lifers in there trying to give you hints?
Yeah. Yeah, totally. It's the worst
Sitcom
job.
or something.
It's the worst job.
I can't even imagine.
And it's for like 4 hours every 3 days, and you just go there and it's like, ugh.
Yeah.
It's just rejection after rejection after rejection.
How would you click?
Yeah.
How would you click?
I'm eating dinner right now, you know, like, yeah.
So you did telemarketing.
Yeah, telemarketing. That's about it, I think.
And then skateboarding.
And then skateboarding.
Your longest job ever.
My longest job ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The best.
That's good.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's incredible.